Check, check. Check. Are you guys here? Let's see. Oh my god. That was not good. Oof. Oh. Well, started. Well, these guys are annoying. Whew. Good morning, people, or good night, I guess, to people, depending on where you guys are. So I just started. I did die once, which nobody saw. And yeah, that was just me missing my gate shot. That was really bad. But hopefully, I get to meet Hakua and at least get to luck 90 on this dude. How far I am right now is I'm at 57 on PC-G3. and hopefully I'll hit 90 by the end of this. And yes, I am soloing. But main goal is to max luck and hopefully meet Hakua for you guys, and hopefully get Hakua. Come on. Okay. But basically, I'll be looking around Monster Strike. They did announce the new ascensions for Apollo, Nobunaga, and their X versions on JP. They released the stats and all that good stuff. They'll be coming on Wednesday Japan time, Wednesday in the afternoon Japan time. Once you have the materials and you get the data update, then you can ascend them. And they're basically improved versions. I would recommend ascending all of them if you have them and if you have the materials. The material wise, there are some are okay hard. If I can see, some are okay hard. So Apollo needs Soul Wing and Behemoth, so that's not that bad. Apollo X needs PC-G3 and Tiger, which is not that bad. Oda needs Ratsetsu, which is monster that's only out in JP right now, and Satellite, which Satellite is relatively hard. Ratsetsu is not that bad, and Oda Nobunaga X, Princess Iron Fan, which is somewhat hard, and Kawaleta, which is somewhat hard. Kawaleta wise, it really depends on your monsters, in my opinion. If you have Lucifer, makes it really easy. Princess Iron Fang, I don't have good memories of her in terms of why did I do that shot. I thought for like 2 seconds, like for that whole entire shot, I thought Kushina was a Pierce monster. Anyways, and homing's coming. I'm gonna grab the heart just in case. Okay. I do want to be in at the top for the next bar. But basically my farming team is going to be like this. My sub, my friend slot might differ depending on how many friends I have left. But Kushinada, Daigokuten, and Alexander. Alexander's max luck. Okay, good. I can technically use a Kushinada strike shot or a Lucifer depending on who's up. I can use a Kush right now. Let's use Kush just to speed things up. Nice. Kind of want to like end it there and like just clear the bar, but chances are that's gonna be really hard in general. And I missed my gauge again. Well, F my life. F my life. Should I? Nah. F my life. I died again. Well, early in the morning, gotta get those gauge brains coming. Well, I'm 0 out of 2 right now. That's good. That I'm not really paying attention that much. Okay. Try number 3. And that was my line group name. My friends made that up. I don't even know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Nice damages. But for the new ascensions, just I guess have a rundown of what they actually are. So Oda Nobunaga. So basically her main stuff, like she's a samurai, she's a balance monster, balance type. It's nothing really changed. But let's see. Her ability is a Dean Teen Slayer M, so times two against Dean Teens. And then Gauge Shot of no damage wall. And then Strike Shot is the same. You have to hit one of your allies to make the move, unlike Kushinaga or Lucifer. And then Bump Combo is a Horizon Laser L, which is basically a horizontal laser instead of a vertical laser. And then and it's a little bit, in terms of power, it's a little bit higher than a vertical laser, just because I guess the map, in terms of the map, the horizontal wise is shorter than the vertical. And then sub bump combo is homing destruction, which is really, really strong. Same thing as Juliet's ascension sub bump combo. So basically one meteor shot onto one random minion, and it does over 100k. So if you get lucky, you can do some good mob clear. If you're not, then you're unlucky. But that's Nobunaga, Oda, X version. I think she improved a little bit. Not, well, she is kind of, what you call it, she's kind of like my kind of favorite monster. Basically, my kind of favorite monster is my favorite kind of monster. Sorry for bad grammar, but my favorite kind of monster is both that can do damage and do some support. So basically, fit 2 roles. Any monster that can fit 2 roles into any team is really, really good. That's why I like Ibaraki Doji, just because she can be a support as well as deal damage with her bump combo. So basically, her support parts are her strike shot and the healing for Ibaraki Doji, and then her sub bump is a blast, which I really, really like. And then her DPS is her homing piercer destruction, which is one of the strongest one of the strongest homing bump combos in the game. That's why I like that can fit 2 roles. Basically, the 2 roles that are out here is probably just damage and support in terms of monster strike. That's why monster that can do both is really strong. Something like Wukong, Sun Wukong is really good. The Ascension form, where his strike shot is command SS, and his bump combo is a speed up and also a blast sub bump, which is really strong too. But that's but anyways, Nobunaga X. So her ability is no gravity barrier, and she is a bounce and balance type. Strike shot is a command SS, but it is Lucifer / Kushi style, so you don't have to touch the your allies to make the move. And then bump combo is a Giga Blast, and then oh my god, lag! I demand lag. Okay, I suck right now. Holy crap! I want to see the replay. I demand lag. That was so lag. Let's see. Yeah, that was so lag, man. That was so lag. Okay, 18 minutes in, I haven't even cleared it once. That's not good. That is not good. But anyways, no Oda Nobunaga X. Bump combo is Giga Blast, and then sub bump is Energy Circle S. Very big improvement. A lot better for Izanami than things like Margaret now, I think. Things like Margaret and Napoleon. Well, I guess Napoleon's better, but Napoleon-wise, in terms of other dungeons, in terms of non-Izanami dungeons, then Oda is better. But X is just improves in beating Izanami in general. I wouldn't say she makes it really top tier, but she is good in terms of Hatcher monsters. The really sad part is just that like monsters like Nanami got improved as well with their ascensions. So they kind of Nanami one-upped Oda, and then Oda doesn't really one-up Nanami, but Oda now becomes better in comparison to like Odin, in my opinion. Just because of the strike shot is really strong, and of course, you kind of want a blast monster in that dungeon just to proc Margaret's bump combo. Now I'm really scared of gauge shots now. That's not good. And the really bad part is that the speed is so different in comparison to Lucifer and Daigokuten. Daigokuten's a little bit faster, just a little bit, but it does throw off your timing a little bit. But anyways, that's just me making excuses. Apollo, let's look at Apollo. Apollo got a major makeover. So Galaxic class, balance type. Now she becomes a Pierce monster, and her abilities is Minesweeper and no gravity barrier gauge. Before she was just a no damage wall monster. Strike shot is. Sorry, I have to stop when I ever do like a shot and then I talk, or else I'm gonna fail again. But anyways, strike shot is a Merlin or a Margaret strike shot where you hit an enemy boss and it'll show their weak spots. And then bump combo, Energy Circle M, and then Poison Spread Shot 8. Very strong. I like Apollo really good. Not really good. I like Apollo a lot. The new Ascension. I would think she is the winner of this. What you call it? This ascension. Of course, she became most improved just because the other three were really really good, and then Apollo was down down really was just really bad. Not really bad, but just very replaceable. But now she's the only out of the four that has a double null ability that deals with gimmicks, which I think is really really strong. I think if you're in this meta right now, you gotta have, if you want to be a monster that's really good in this meta, you gotta have two null abilities or abilities that deals with. Oh, I missed my thing again, but that's okay. Two abilities that deal with the gimmicks. If not, then what you call it? If you don't, then it gets really really hard, and if it's not really a good Slayer, then that's just really bad. But I'm screwing up a bit, and energy cycle's gonna be irk. Oh my god. That was me just being stupid and bad again. And got saved. But yeah, this is me on normal days. Unlike my videos where I just put up my wins. I do fail. But yeah, I think Apollo's really good, and then in terms of especially for most improved, but in terms of all four the ascensions in general, I think she is at least top 2. I like Oda Nobunaga X a little bit better just because of her strike shot and bump combo. But you can make an argument for whichever is better. Apollo X. Let's go for Apollo X. Bounce type, and no gravity barrier. Basically the same as her evolved form. And then strike shot is the same, I think. No, I think it was different. Strike shot is bash and a laser now. I think before it was her becoming like a piercing monster. No, it was like a Susano strike shot or something. I would think, like a Susano strike shot. Let's see who's next. Wait, is this the last bar? Yeah, this is the second last bar. What the hell? So I'm gonna use strike shot. Come on, clear it. Aw. I think it should be okay, only Lucifer gets hit. But it was still close. But yeah, strike shot, bash, and laser for Apollo X, and then bump combo is lock on one-way laser with 24k. I don't really like lasers anymore. One-way lasers is in like lock-ons. It's not that great either way. It's really hit or miss for the lock-on. Let's strike shot this way. And I didn't get to bump into Kush for plasma. But Daigo Kuten should be able to finish with their strike shot. And that's a speed clear, hopefully. Oh, I should have hit the top. But nah, it's okay. Still works. Still enough power, that's good. Finally, I'm 1 for 4 right now, I think. Let's see how many drops. 1 and 1 only. That's not good. Okay, 30 minutes in and I have 1. 2.5 more to go. And doesn't look like I got the extra stage. Hey people, finally somebody is using a chat or chatting. Let's use Dark Muramasa just for kicks. Oh yeah, before this I did farm some Dark Muramasa. I was really lucky, I guess, because I can leech with a ghost. People don't really care about which ghost, so that's good. And I did get a dark ticket. When I will be using that, it really depends. But I guess Dark Muramasa is not good for Hakua, so hopefully. But either way, I'll still be happy just to at least get her in the extra stage. But PC-G3 is not bad. As long as you hit your gauge shots, unlike me. I really hate that recovery. But either way, way easier than Satellite. Satellite requires me to do more tryhardy stuff. Well, be more tryhard. Right now I'm just like laid back and like checking random Facebook stuff and like checking other sites at the same time. Let's see. But yeah. For NA wise, Orga finally came. I didn't really get to farm Orga yesterday just because I had family stuff and it was Father's Day and all that stuff. So I only got about 7. Only got about 7th, and I'm trying to max luck, and I'm trying to max luck for who you call it, the Ascent version. I did use both on a video that I recorded yesterday, both the Evolve and the Ascend. So hopefully that'll be up soon. I'm getting really lazy on the video updates because I do want to play Monster Strike and I do want to put up videos, and I can't do both at once. Well, technically I can, but like it does take some energy off me. But I'll probably be doing an Oruga farming thing somewhere down the road, sometime this week for sure. But my team was double Oruga, a Death's Coil, and a Kushinada. And double Mari, my bad. Not double Oruga. Double Mari, and then Death's Coil and Kushinada. Only had one no Kong and one no continue. The rest were basically me orbing to the end. But only had about a few runs in, so I had like around five runs. But yeah, I kind of like what you call it. the dream orbs and tickets do mess with the actual drop rates, but I did average on the wins that I actually won was like, I think I went like 3, 1, 0, and 3 or something like that. So I guess that was kind of lucky. But Origa is painful and it's really hard. I will not kid you. Like, even with a team full of Hatcher monsters or like really, really good Hatcher monsters, still hard. It really depends on your position. It's really position dependent, in my opinion. Survive. Okay. Next one is the, what you call it? The energy circle. So I'm going to do this. I think I can be able to finish it. Yep, there we go. Which hatcher should I wait for? I don't. Okay, my general rule for whether you should roll for a hatcher or roll for any hatcher is really depends on you. That's my general rule. I do not want to be be responsible for you not getting whatever you were hoping for. And of course, the rates are low. The rates are super low, so chances of you getting like the top tier monsters like Lucifer or Uriel is going to be hard either way, even if you have like 500 orbs. So that's my general. Of course, like, just roll when you feel like it or roll when you want to get. It's worth when you get the drop. It's not worth when you don't. So, and the actual percentage is really, really low. So still, it's your choice. And I'll probably use Muramasa Strike Shot in here, just to speed things up. I think. Oh, this is the last bar. Why the hell am I doing? I am so stupid. I thought it was not the last bar. Guess I'll use Cushion, then Daigokuten, and then Muramasa to finish it off. But Origa is annoying and hard and long. It's longer. Oh my god, I missed my gauge again. I don't even know why. But I still beat it. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm tired or just really bad or just bad lag. Agents. Okay, I guess I can talk about agents. So, Deneb is basically your go-to monster for Bishamonten, which is the Water Impossible monster. Both his or her form, because he is like gender bend. His evolve is a guy and ascend is a girl. That's why I think it's that's your go-to monster. Outside of that, not much. There are better, like, just straight up better no damage one monsters, because the Fiend Slayer does do kind of get in the way. Ibaraki Doji for my next one. Next one is Sirius. Sirius is basically your Murasame go-to Murasame Hatcher monster. He makes Murasame really, really easy. But Murasame agents will probably be out after Murasame, in my opinion. It really depends on if they want to promote agents and kind of make you guys roll for agents for Murasame, and then like what you call it? False. It's not really false advertisement, but like because there are people that actually get them, but they kind of hype it up, hype Sirius up with Murasame, so that you'll roll for him. And Sirius is not bad for. Is he not bad? I'm not really sure about the actual attack for Sirius, but might be good for Yomi as well. But I think the only one that's good for Yomi is the Ascend version, which doesn't have the Sprite Slayer. And who's the last one? Oh, Spica. Spica is there is some dungeons, so like Queen Butterfly, Death's Coil, and even Ghost, who's coming up later on. But outside of that, and outside of the new tier of normal dungeon boss, the normal dungeon boss is a demon. So maybe you should go for the Ascend version that has the Demon Slayer and the no gravity barrier. But that's basically her only use. So you want like an extreme killing monster, or like a monster that's really good for extremes, I don't really recommend Spica. But her bomb is not that bad, but like I said, it's really dependent on your other monsters, because you need to put a lot of hits. So something like Sanada Yukimura are really good for hits, or to get a lot of hits. Who else is there? But yeah, so Sirius is good for Murasame. Deneb's good for Bishamonten, which are two really crucial dungeons. Spica is more for normal dungeon farming for a Hatcher monster, but you can always use farmables for those dungeons either way, so not that good. But Spica is also good for ghost farming, but not the best. Whereas Sirius is like number one Hatcher monster for Murasame, and Deneb is arguably number one Hatcher monster for Bishamonten. But yeah, Oruga is hard. That's why when I just started my account on JP when she was first here, so I didn't really get a chance to max luck, or even a good chance. Either way, I didn't have the best monsters. But I do kind of wanted to try out with Floor, depending later tonight. I probably won't stream tonight, but I might stream tomorrow or the next day, depending on the times. But Floor might be good, but I'm not really sure of his damage output with his strike shot. Of course, it really depends on the homing hitting, because the homing and the laser procs the Fiend Slayer L, which is really strong. Man, Ibaraki Doji. That's why I like Ibaraki so much. Just because she can have that mini blast just to proc Shinada on her turn. Next one's Alexander. Actually, next one's Ibaraki. Okay, that's good. Make some room for Alexander to strike shot. I usually like to strike shot Alexander on the second last bar, just so that because he can clear both the mech girl kind of. Nope, didn't clear the mech girl. Usually it can clear the macro and a good chunk of PC. I would still think like for Daiki it's like I think Kushilin is the best out of those three. It gives you more mileage, I guess, later on, but Siegfried is like Siegfried and Gilgamesh are like really niche in terms of, although the niche is an impossible monster, which is really good. Uh, Gilgamesh being Kushinada and Siegfried being Izanagi, but I think you can get more mileage with Kushlin. But all three are not that bad. Okay, that did some work. And I still have a nuke. I still have two nukes actually. But don't worry, I didn't get much out of this hatcher anyways. And I have 5 turns left for speed clear. Wow. That's why Ibaraki's OP. I'm gonna grab the heart just in case. Hit 1. Okay. Okay. I'm getting my groove on, finally. After like 3 fails. Come on, give me some good drops. 1, 2, 3, 3. 3 is not bad. It really like relieves you when you see that gold egg come up before that no continue. But yeah, Muramasa and Murasame is coming back up. Murasame is tomorrow or tonight, depending on the time zone, but it's tomorrow in JP time. And then Muramasa is the day after. Should I go double kush? I don't really. Just go double kush. I don't have a lot of no gravity barrier monsters. Not no gravity barrier monsters. And no damage for friends. There is a Lucifer there, but yeah. And I doubt any of my friends. Well, most of my friends I don't really know. Nice. I don't know if they updated the. No, I don't think they changed the Kushinada plasma yet. So yeah, there was a bug with Kushinada's plasma. I don't know if you guys know about it. I can explain it if you guys want me to. Oh, so good. Oh, that's not. I don't know. I get really nervous when I'm doing gauge shots. I don't know, tomorrow with Orga, or tonight with Orga, I don't know if I should change my monsters. Because Kushinada Mari and Double Mario are pretty much what I'm going to run with, but it's really dependent on the fourth monster. Whether I want something Hatcher base or because I do want a blast type just for Kushinada, or just to get close, just for Kushinada's sake. But I might want something with a better strike shot. Yes, Alexander is my first monster. Basically, Alexander is a higher stat version of Okuta Soji, Max Slayer, no damage wall, becomes a piercing type, and vertical laser instead of a homing. Basically, this is like his best dungeon. That hurt. Nice. And my strike shots are not even stalled up. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to hit at least a homing or a energy circle for my strike shots to be up. Go this way. But I think like Marie Antoinette, the dungeon itself, really makes you practice Kushinada. If you have Kushinada. Because if you use Kushinada effectively, then that dungeon is like really, really easy. And I'll be using Alexander's strike shot here. But yeah, Alexander is really, really rough when I was max lucking him. If you guys don't know, he's like the Dream Hatcher right now in what Ortega is. I just want to kill the mech girl with this, hopefully. Yep, good. It's basically the same as the Dream Hatcher right now. You farm a Savage level dungeon for the orbs. There's no extreme level, so it's only Savage. The Savage, I think, is a lot easier than the Christmas one. A lot easier, in my opinion. It was like a hard dungeon disguised as a Savage dungeon. Savage difficulty. But to max luck him, you have to roll. It really depends on how much you roll, how much copies you get, because Alexander comes in between lucks 1 to 5. So sometimes you can get lucky and get a luck 5 instead of a luck 1. That's fine. I just wanted to clear. But man, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since I woke up. And it is almost 9 a.m. where I am. And strike shot. But Marie Antoinette's good for Kush practicing, and then which helps you for Origa. Because if you don't position well for Origa, you basically die. Whereas when you position well for Mari, it just becomes a lot easier. You can still win without being good at positioning for Kushinada, but it does make it easier. But if you don't position well for Oruga, then you're basically dead. Yes, at least 2, 3. I do have to clear space soon, probably. And no Hakua yet. Wow, so many. I'll just use Kushada. I mean, not Kushada, Lucifer. Although not max plus, but still good. As long as it's max level and not that sour. But of course, if there are max hyper in terms of pluses, then I would go for it. Fruits, I don't really care that much. Because most of my friends are at least S class. Latest Japan tier list is Game With. I'm sure one of you guys knows the site and link it to him. I guess the chat you can't really link, but search up gamewith.jp and then you can find they do a lot of guides for like different games in Japan. So just find the one that has the Monster Strike icon. And then search up a thing and use the search function for Risemara, or just Google search Google Translate it. But just type in gamewith.jp and then look for the Monster Strike icon on the right hand side. But right now the top ones are Doma, Lucifer. I'm not sure right now. I can check right now. And Romeo. I think it's those three right now, but I'm not that sure. Okay, the top ones are Lucifer, Napoleon, Romeo. I don't really like rankings, but I guess if you want a reroll tier list, then go for it. Next one, the next rank, S rank, is Noma, Harley X, Amakusa Shiro, and then Uria. And then next is Uesugi Kenshin, Cleopatra, Kuchulin, Ibaraki, Athos, Sun Wukong, Zoro, Sakura, and Yoshitsune. I don't think I really want to get down lower, even lower than that. How long does it take to max luck a farmable monster? It depends on how many max luck monsters you have. And really depends on the dungeon as well. But for Death Coil, if I just solo my whole way, it probably takes like 10 hours game time. And that's with me like running, like beating it like at an average of 8 minutes. I think you can average 8 minutes in Death Coil. Of course, luck does have to do a lot with the drops and stuff, but if you can speed clear, zero continue, and at a very fast time, I blame lag. Like holy shit. But I'm not continuing any of this because I do have a lot of time. There are other sections coming up in the future anyways. There's one tomorrow, the one next day, so it's fine that way. But dang the lag. But if you're going from 42 to 99, I guess at least 5 hours of Death Coil, so 2 or 3 more sessions. It really depends on how lucky you get. But if you have a max luck or even 2, then it'll even be even less. Probably like if you have 1 max luck monster, then probably not 8ish hours for Death Coil at least. If you have 2 or more, then it'll probably take like 6. But what I really recommend like starters to do, or I was like beginners, even with beginners that have veteran experience in like NA and just trying to switch to JP or something, is to get a monster that is good when evolved. I think that's like number one rule because I've seen a lot of people just reroll for like Lucifer and like Romeo and stuff like that, and they it slows them down really long, a lot, because you got to get ascension materials. And Lucifer wise, it's not that bad as long as if you can evolve Lucifer, and then you can probably use her in Origa and Right, and then Slash you might need some help, but Slash is okay if you have good friends with like Krishnadas or Ashras and stuff like that. So Lucifer is not that bad in the Ascension department, but it still is really hard because when Lucifer comes out, all her ascend materials come out with her, just like NA. But it's only once. It's only like once, and then it's once every month. They don't come back like the next week or the week after. So even if you reroll for Lucifer, you might have to wait at least a month just to get to her OP form. Max Lucking Farm Okuchu. Thanks, Daiki. Max Lucking Mari is you don't need to. Outside of Oruga and Surtur, there's not much use for her. You might need like a bounce no gravity barrier monster, but that's getting really specific. And if you're like a casual, you don't really need to. Like if you're a casual, just one max luck like QB is fine for the rest of your Monster Strike account, in my opinion. But if you want to get like into like hardcore level, then you might need like basically max luck all the really useful ones. So like QB, Death Coil, what else is there? Ghost, Jack, Surtur if because of Murasame. What else is there? I think those are like the main good ones in terms of casual wise. But once you get to hardcore, it's just you basically max luck just because to max luck. You don't max luck because of usefulness anymore. But why max lucking PC-G3? I didn't really explain it. So of course PC-G3 has is a Demon Slayer M. Who's next? Alexander. Okay. PC-G3 is a Demon Slayer M for his ability, and the strike shot is an all null strike shot. So, and it's an 8 turn cooldown. So every two of his turns, he can do like an all null strike shot, just kind of like what Kushlin is. And then why I'm doing it, because he's good for normal dungeon farming. Because the jesters tier, the bosses are all demons. And demons are not that bad in terms of class type, like as a slayer by itself. I don't really need to like do it for like Deathcore or Butterfly, but why not? They're good for Deathcore and Butterfly. And why Jack is good? Jack is, there are a lot of uses for him. So one big use is Tsukuyomi. Uh, Basically the best max slug monster for Tsukuyomi. But kind of like, he's kind of like a pseudo, what you call it? A pseudo Izanami, just because of the abilities. And I keep on forgetting the strike shot. Clear. And Kushi's where the energy circle is. Like when the energy circle hits. But Jack's really good. No gravity barrier, no warp. Dungeon's relatively easy. And you can get a quick fast time just because there's 2 bars on the final, on the boss stages. But uses is Tsukuyomi, Muramasa farming. He's a good Muramasa monster. There's a lot of them, but basically he's just a general, because there's not many good farmables with double null abilities. QB is kind of one of them, but that's just flight. It's not really like a null ability. And 2 drops, that's good. And then high speed, okay, okay HP, attacks okay. So like really general good stats. And Hakua is not showing up, but 1 hour has gone by. Let's see how many PCs I got. PC. I got 11 in 1 hour, so not bad actually. And I'm at 56. So I'm at 67. And I did fail like the first half hour. So it's not that bad. Noma is really good. Should I bring Oshius for it? Nah. Just in case Hakua shows up, Lucifer. Once Hakua comes out, it's gonna be like all serious. Like right now I'm just doing like small talk. Right now I'm doing small talk. But once Hakua comes, it's gonna be like me serious mode. Because what I'm really thinking about when I'm actually running this dungeon is just pull Kushinada. That's all I'm doing, just pull Kushinada. And then like strike shot when needed. But once Hakua comes, I'm gonna like pick up my phone and then like be like serious. But yeah, Roman's good. But he does fall off later. There's not many uses for him later on. He's like a, what you call, veteran pick for Marishten. Like if you're a good player, you can use him in Marishten. But later on he does fall off. That's why he's not that good anymore. I don't use him that much anymore. But that's basically because all the wood dungeons out there have no damage walls. Damage walls now. There's not many like gravity barrier wood extremes in terms of new ones, so it's really hard. Oh yeah, I made a new logo, profile pic. I don't know. I showed it to some of my friends before, and then it was like, "Is it too flashy?" And then like some people were like, "It's too flashy" and stuff. But I think it's okay. You can probably enlarge it, and then my main concern was it a little bit too like busy in terms of too many stuff happening onto that picture, but it looks okay from afar. But you can't really see the letters that well. You can kind of see it, which is okay. Like in terms of Strike Gundam, but you don't really see what's behind those letters. But basically, what's behind those letters is some of my favorite monsters in the game. If you can't see it, is Belphegor Ascended for obvious reasons, Dear Lota for obvious reasons, Sana Yukimura just because I have two on both my NA and JP accounts. So it's more of she loves me more than I love her. And then who else is there? Low Lady, and then last one is Roma. Roma was my first 5-star in JP, if I remember correctly. It was my first. He was there in my first 10 shot. I wouldn't say he was my first, like really first 5-star monster in that account, because I might have rolled it before he actually came in that 10 shot. But he was part of my first 10 shot, and there's a video of that, very deep in the depths of my channel. And Noma, he got me my first Kushina off of his luck, his 5 luck. But yeah, lots of memories with Roma. I do want to use him soon, but especially when he gets a berry. But yeah, Uesugi Kenshin and Noma has like berries now, which is really, really cool. And they're the same class, so a big head Gundam sprite. I'm not a really good photoshopper. I'm just saying. I'm really bad at photoshopping. I just play games. I just don't Photoshop. Like that the new layout for the dungeon for my videos took me like at least 2 hours, because I'm so bad, and I'm just like, for me it's just trial and error when I was doing that. I kind of wanted to incorporate sewing somewhere, but I was like, he's not that good looking. Oh my god, so close. But yeah, like so far, like right now, I'm trying to become better in the game. That's why I'm like max selecting Oruga at the Ascended form, just because she's harder to use, but better, if you use her right. And even like sometimes when I'm not really pressured, when I'm doing gauge shots, I would just do one swipe, like just one instance of the bar. So basically stop when it hits right at the end when it starts, because it increases your speed when running dungeons. Even by like 2 seconds or like 1 second, it's still big when you're like actually farming, because you're doing so many runs, and then having that 1 minute difference might give you an extra run at the end. So that's why I'm practicing when I'm not really pressured. Let's use Kushinada for the second bar. I do want to speed it up. But yeah, I still have to like watch the Monster Strike Challenge Cup. I haven't watched the VOD for that yet. But basically, that is just a giant competition where for the most skilled players. Because it's basically based on time and not because of monsters. And Monster Strike does does provide all the equipment, and then like your monsters are set, like the box is set for the tournament, so it's all depending on your theory crafting and mechanics and speed. And Daigo extends first. I should shoot it this way. Nice. I wanted to just kill the mech girl. And strike shot. And Alexander's last. Let's see where the weak spot comes up. There. I'm just gonna go straight. Oh, that was bad of me. That was not straight. And they do have a giant event on August, the beginning of August, where they'll have the finals for the tournament. I'm not sure what the winner gets. Probably like an unlimited monster, kind of like one of the Nikonama events in January where they got a special monster. Only 2 people got it. And that monster is a max luck monster, and only those 2 have it in the entire world. 1, 2. Oh, it's only 2. I never get 3. Well, actually, I got 3 last time. Not last time, like a few runs before. And Hakua, please. I'm not really looking. I'm not really like hoping. Chances are it's really, really low. But there are so many theories right now in like the internet of when Hakua comes out. It's really funny. But basically, people have been theory crafting of like thinking like, oh, like when you're looking at your stats and you see how many dungeons you've cleared, if the last 2 digits are 99, then the next one will be Hakua. When you actually run like PC-G3 and or Satellite, which I think is really, really jokes. And then there are like people like photoshopping for like different dungeons that are not PC-G3 and Satellite, because right now I think only the real legit ones are from Satellite and PC-G3. They might add it on to like future extremes, but probably not like the past ones. And matched. Why is the extra dungeon special? Well, it's because of the monster. That's why the dungeon is special. Basically, well, I guess I can talk about the stats. So, Hakua is a light monster. Light monster, dragon class. Hit is a bounce. I'm not really sure about stats, but really average high stats. And then abilities are no gravity barrier and minesweeper. And that's no gauge, that's one all in one. That's like normal ability. And then strike shot, remark check. Check check. Sorry guys, my electricity died for no reason. But yeah, why Hakua is really good. Why Hakua is good. I guess I'll start from the beginning. Light monster, And then her abilities is no gravity barrier and minesweeper. And strike shot is a TMNT strike shot. So what that does is basically you split. She splits into 4 different balls and then she runs around the map. I might have to use a Kushi here. I don't have to, but actually I don't have to. I'll save it. I think nobody gets hit. Yep, that's good. And I don't know why I missed my strike shot. I mean my gate shot. Wow, this is really annoying. But TMNT strike shot and then bump combo of rebounding laser L4. Why she's really good is because she basically screws up Astra in terms of her viability. She's a lot better than Astra for having the same abilities, and although Astra does have a better strike shot, but it's not that great. I mean, it's not that much better. Wow, all my damage wall monsters are like gone, like my friends. But yeah, the dungeon has a really low appearance rate, and if you beat it, it's an absolute drop. It's absolute one drop, anyways. We are back in business. But if I don't fail that much, I would have max luck this guy by the end of this, but chances are I might not be able to. Oh my god, for a second I missed it again. Okay. But yeah, Hakua's OP. I do want to beat her and get her, but chances are it's low. And max lucking her is like basically impossible. Just because of her low appearance rate. And that when you beat her, she only drops one and only one instead of multiple when if you run like max luck monsters. But basically, it is Monster Strike's way of screwing around with cheaters or hackers, because you can always hack the drops. Well, you can't really hack drops anymore. You can hack beating the dungeon like very fast, but you can only get one instead of multiple if you're running with max luck. That's why even if you get the chance of one of the dungeon, you're even if you can clear it, you only get one out of like one. So that's their way of screwing up cheaters and making people actually play legit. I doubt it will really work, but Hakua is a really strong monster. That's why people want to hack. Like people want to at least have her, and it's very easy to track down a max lock Hakua. So of course you can cheat for just like screwing out the digits of like max and stuff like that, but it all relays back to the server. So for where the MS server is, so it's very easy to track down if somebody has a max lock Hakua, because I doubt anyone has seen Hakua more than 10 times, like in the entire world. In my opinion, I don't think anybody has seen the dungeon 10 times, let alone 99 times. Most of the YouTubers I watch, they haven't seen Hakua. And even if they did, it's only like once or twice, not like 10 times. And a lot of them probably failed, if I remember. But hopefully I can get Hakua on this farm, so I can show you guys of how bad I'm gonna get beaten up. I have no confidence. Although I know how it works, it's still a very hard dungeon. Nice. Well, this is not good. And I doubt Kush will reach it there, so I'm going to use it. And that was just bad. In terms of damage output, okay, second bar. Not looking that good, but should be okay with audio strike shot. And the 2 weak spots are up. Whew. Come on. Oh my god, that's so bad. I guess I'll stack everybody at the bottom. And I'll do a strike shot. With the powered up plasma. Come on. Come on. And she didn't heal because it wasn't her turn. And that was lucky. And Daigo then to finish it off. That was a little rough. And 1, 2, that's fine. Whew. And there were no Hakua halfway point, and I think I'm at like 17ish. I don't know if anybody's doing count for me. Yes, so many Lucifer friends. Wait, that's not Lucifer. That's the American Lucifer. This one. I'm really out of ideas of what to talk. I don't know. I've seen a lot of streamers just don't talk and just run at Monster Strike, like in Japan. And there are some that just like auto tune their voice, like not auto tune, but just like use like a Vocaloid program just to like talk about random. It gets annoying. But yeah, this Sunday I might be doing like a giant stream. I'm planning on a giant stream, but it's not giant because I have people to play with. It's just not because like I have friends to play with, like a giant like co-op thing, but I am gonna try to play with you guys. And it's mostly NA. What I'm planning is farming dream shards with everybody. Ascensions for Harley, Oda, and Apollo. That's gonna be months in NA. Like months. We still haven't gotten like Nanami and Hikari yet. I'll say 6 months. I think 6 months for like Harley. A little bit long. Well, I guess Harley and Oda had like a 1 month time gap. So it shouldn't be that long, but still. 6 months is okay. I do have Apollo on my NA account, so I'm really happy. Oh, so tired. I'm just like, I just woke up, kind of. I woke up a long time ago because I was running Muramasa, but still. I'm still tired. That hurts. But this Sunday, I'll probably be farming dream shots with everybody. So, and that's probably when people are more active or online. Unlike today, which is like early morning on a weekday. Well, it really depends on where you are, but on Sunday, I'll probably do a stream that is hopefully a good time for everybody. Maybe at noonish, and people from like the East Coast can somewhat watch. And then people here just starts to wake up, and then wake up a little bit early than usual, I guess, to farm. But I'll probably just be making a random line group, and then you guys can join. And then I'll be like destroying. Well, I won't be like destroying it, but I'll be like leaving it there. And then let you guys add each other and put them into your other main groups or whatever. And homing's gonna hurt. And energy circle's gonna hurt. And one gets hit. No one gets hit. That's good. That is lucky. Whew. Technically I can use Kushinoda. God, I'm not thinking straight. Lucifer, Alexander, and that should be this bar. Nice. And perfect. And then Kushinoda and powered up Daigoku for the last bar. That's really good. I haven't been timing myself. That's really not good of me. Of how fast I'm running. And powered up to finish. Whew. So good. I'm surprised that I haven't blown up my box space yet. And one, that's the sad. That's just sad. And no Hakua. Whew. But about an hour and 15 before it's over. My goal is 90 luck, like to 90. Whether I get that might be a little bit rough because of my unlucky drops so far. And after this, I do want to kind of lie down and sleep-ish and nap. Oh, that match. Why now? Why now? But sometimes I question myself why I'm max lucking. It's like it's like the time right now where I'm thinking like I'm so tired why I'm doing this kind of moment. Especially when I was farming Alexander, I was like it was like me half asleep, just like randomly shooting my monsters and just like why am I doing this? What is life? What is Monster Strike? But yeah, I need to chill, nap, and then get some videos up. I've been like, I have so many videos stacked up. Like, I did release some after I told you that I need to release some videos, but I got more stacked up, so hopefully. And then nap, hopefully get some videos up, do some other work, and then Oruga at 10 p.m. My first legit run. Hopefully I can get 20-ish because I'm not that in a hurry. Usually on like easier extreme dungeons I can get like 30 in 2 hours, but Oruga might be like 20. Because Oruga comes out every single day for the rest of the event, which is ending at the 30th. So there's technically like 20 hours. So technically you can max luck her if you can 0 continue and play for all the sessions even without max luck, but it is still hard and it is painstaking. My first max luck was Queen Butterfly in NA, and that was rough. And my first max luck in JP was Nico TV, and that was even rougher. That was like me contemplating like, why am I doing this to like the fullest. That was like me like every single run I did, because it was long, it was hard, and I didn't have max luck, and I basically sold the whole thing. Okay, 18 turns. Starting off with Kush. I'll go this way. And I missed my gate shot. I blame lag for a lot of my mistakes. That's what people always do, blame lag. Homing's next. Okay. Not bad. Whoo. That's good. Nice. I'll use Kush next turn. If I need to. I don't even need to. Actually, I might. Let's do it just for kicks. Unless you're really, really tired of hearing the same voiceover. There we go. Daigo extend Lucifer to finish it off. That's basically how you farm. It's tedious, it's long, and etc. No, Alexander. Why are you stuck there? Okay, next round I'm actually going to time myself. I'm going to actually look at a clock. Because that last one was like, what? 6-ish minutes? No, it was like 9 minutes, I think. I think I started at 43. 1, 2. No, give me 3. Hakua? No. And box space time. Not this guy, this guy. So much to sell. I might sell like my non-smiley turtles or something. Actually, I shouldn't, but just for time's sake, I might. Sell these, sell this. Okay. Almost time for level up. My 6th orb used. And Kushinada, thank you very much. Okay, starting at 53. And hopefully if I can end at 10, that will be like super good. It's one of those times where I just want to lay in bed and just do this, but I can't because my computer's not near my bed. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. And my stomach's growling. That's not good either. Well, this is not the fastest run. Not the fastest run at all. still hungry. Come on. Yeah, good job. And hopefully I can speed it up by just Alexander structure on the first bar, Kushi on the second bar, and Kushi Daigokuten on the last bar. Well, that plant didn't go well. Okay, second bar. Go this way and dance. Oh, the chain broke. And Daigokuten and Kushi to finish, hopefully. And I'm gonna bring Alexander down. Didn't bring Alexander down. Well, old fashioned way. Kushinada Plasma. So beautiful. I'm grabbing heart just in case of the energy circle. And 2 fails, and I'm almost screwed for speed bonus. Wow, that was close for speed. Nice shards. And 1 more hour left. Come on. Okay, 2 is fine. Haku. Give me Haku. Nope. It is really low. Oh my god, Mika. I just want to use Mika. Mika got some changes from her buff. Her strike shot got a lot stronger, and she has a homing destruction as a sub bump. So I just want to use her. Although there's probably like a lot of Lucifers down there at the bottom, but I just want to use Mika. Beautiful. This is the Ascended version of Mika. And good thing I don't have to worry about gauge shots. And Mika has a Mend Ableberry, which is cool. Okay, second bar. Nice, I skipped the annoying ninja looking dude. Oh my god, they're still not dead. I actually rolled one of her on NA. Just out of random. Oof. Okay, boss. Turns are not stalled up, which is not good. Oh, why you hit the boss for the meteor? Guess I'll pull Kush. Oh my god, I missed. Survive? Question mark? Oh my god. Oh my god. Why does that have to be so stressful? I'll be using Mika's strike shot. I can pull Kushina as well, that's really good. And it pulls up a heart. Although I didn't really need it. Move everybody to the bottom side for the last bar, and then I move Kush back up. But so far, no Hakua. And I miss Alexander. Nice damages. Oh my god, nobody even pulled Kush. It's okay. Done. Not bad. That's about like 6-7 minutes. Which is really, really good. I just need better drop rates. Although 2 is kind of normal. I kind of want 3. But yay for Mika. Hakua? Question mark? No. I think I'll be... No, I won't be wasting an orb. That is... Well, actually, I'll be wasting like 30... I'll be wasting like 30-ish stamina. But once you're actually farming for max luck, you don't worry about that anymore. Beethoven is normal. It's okay. He's not really OP in this dungeon. I think like Athos is better. Agnamut's better. But this dungeon is relatively easy if you know what to do. Basically, kill the mech girls first. But as you can see, Athos just rapes the boss and all the other minions very, very quickly. That match. check. For Apollo X, I wouldn't say he's okay. He's better than like, I don't know. I think he's better than like Genghis Kong now, but I wouldn't be like saying like he is absolutely better. But I wouldn't say he's better than Hunter King. But in terms of her viability in Yamato, it is, she becomes way better, but not on the same level as the other ones like Hunter King Odo and Kushinada and even Genghis Kong. Maybe for Mustang, but Mustang's just there for a short shot anyways. Whereas Apollo X is for bump combo. But it really depends on what you want, or what you have actually. Because a lot of people aren't really inclined to bring Apollo X if they do have, even if they don't have like Hunter King or Odo or whatever. That's why it's a lot better. But yeah. It's just that Oda no not Oda Oda Nobunaga X and Apollo X just becomes better in their respective impossible dungeons, but they don't really become like better in terms of her viability over others. Like the rankings are still there in terms of who's better than Apollo X. Like Hunter King's better than Apollo X, Odo's better, Kushinada's better, Merlin you can make an argument, but it really depends on what you want, because Apollo X does have better stats than, in terms of HP, than everybody except for Odo I think. So if you want more HP, then go for it. Her bump combo is better, but like it's kind of hit or miss. You still have to position in some shape or form. I'm gonna use this. But like Oda Nobunaga X becomes better for Izanami, but that's just, but she was already good for Izanami. Just people don't use her even though they have her, because they don't really raise her. Because when you're talking about priorities, and a lot of people don't evolve Apollo or Oda Nobunaga X if they don't have the luxury to. Should I use it? Let's use it. It's an all null strike shot, if I remember correctly. For Athos, it's really good. But yeah, Apollo, the normal Apollo, I think wins MVP in terms of those 4 ascensions. Just because she gets more mileage out of all the other ones. Time to dance. But I did say earlier that the better monsters in this meta, like the newer monsters, have at least 2 abilities that deals with the gimmicks of any dungeon. whether it is mines, damage walls, warps, or etc. You gotta have at least two, or yeah, at least two to become really really good. Unless that Slayer, unless you have a Slayer that is like um kind of like attribute Slayer. If you don't have any of those, then for a hatchet monster, that's really subpar. Although Harley X did get a big bump, but just that her strike shot's really really good. Not really because of her abilities. It's just that her strike shot, it balances out by her strike shot, and that was close to speed clear in terms of letting it away. One, two, and two again. How do I do the thing between Kush and the Daigokuten? Like Daigokuten basically does just disperse all the gravity barriers that's around Kuchinada or like in that area. So I usually aim for, oh my god, Athos. If this gives me Hakua, this run gives me Hakua, that would be so good. But anyways, Daigokuten's strike shot missile disperses all, or you're talking about the blast. Yes, the blast doesn't do much in terms of linking the plasma with Daigokuten, but like basically you just destroy the gravity barrier so Kush can move around or your other monsters move around. And since the command strike shot already nulls the monsters in terms of null damage walls and mines and stuff like that, so it doesn't matter that much for damage walls and stuff. Oh my god, speed up is so good. But yeah, if this run gives me Hakua, that'll be so good. Because you need speed ups in that dungeon or else it'll be really really hard. Although Athos' strike shot's not that good in comparison to the evolved version. I prefer Song Wukong better in terms of speed up fire monsters, just because of the blast and the strike shot's a lot better. But for this dungeon, it's not that bad. It should be okay. Oh, so good. Nice. Give me a skip. Yes. That's not good. Oh my god. Whew. Didn't go the way that would have killed me. Harley in JP. Why she's good? Okay. Why she is good is because as long as they're mines, she'll do damage no matter what other gimmicks there are. So for example, if there's just a mine, if she has a mine, like her ability is Minesweeper L, so all the damage, all normal damage becomes times 2.5 more than normal, whereas normal Minesweeper is 1.5. So this is why she's good, and okay, that's not good. And I can't really use Athos Strike Shot because it's like a Bastion laser. Next one's that's not good. I'll get to that Harley point in a second after I survive this. And I missed the heart. That's death? Oh no. That was not death. And I'll just grab the heart. Okay, back to the Harley. So why so the Minesweeper L, which is really good, it's times 2.5. So as long as the dungeon has mines for her to take, it procs her strike shot, which is the same. Basically, when you hit a weak spot, it deals more damage. But since that strike shot also multiplies Minesweeper with the Minesweeper, so you can technically have like one shot, like one hit on the weak spot, deal like 2 million damage, as long as you have a mine with you. Now it's really good on paper, but you have to, yes, like Ralph, it's really good on paper because all you gotta do is just hit once and you probably get like, you have like a 2 million nuke. But you gotta have a mine, and you cannot waste it. You cannot waste the mine on like anything else, because whatever it, and you have to be right on the weak spot for the multiplier to go up. So on paper it's really good, but it's hard to use, but it does give you a lot of potential, which a lot of higher skill players might really like, because it gives them a challenge. But like even just hitting the weak spot on normal basis is just 2.5 times 3, which is 7.5, not, yeah, 7.5 multiplier. I'm not sure about the multiplier of the actual strike shot, but the potential is there, and I did use Harley on some of my videos. And also she's good because of her bump being a blast. I really like blast monsters, if you don't notice. And will I be able to finish this? Hit Athos. Oh, I missed Speed Clear. That's sad. But yeah, Harley's good. 2 million nuke for one, even like for one bounce on the weak spot with a mine. Even without the weak spot, I mean, even without the mine, you'll still do much if you get a good angle on the weak spot. If you get multiple hits on the weak spot. Yes, it would. I'm just really lazy. That being said, Daigokuten's strike shot timer is slower. I mean, it's longer. And no Hakua. I think Kushinada's 24 and then Daigokuten's 25. That being said, wow, there's a lot of Daigokutens here. That being said, I could switch it, but I'm lazy and time is of the essence. Mika is okay. She's not that great, but she's okay. And the JP sense is okay. Although you kind of want to... Although you kind of want to ascend Mika, in my opinion, if you want to further your blocks. Later game, ascend Mika's better. Especially with the new buffs. Mika's evolve is good for hoarding monsters, like fiend monsters. Like, it can help you with a Surtur, Dracula, not really. I don't know what other fiend monsters are there. What's his name? Darkworm. And Udia is a good to pull. Which one I recommend for Udia? It really depends. Because Ascend is only for Yomi. Ascend version is only for Yomi. And she's like one of the very few ones that is really good for Yomi. I can see why you don't really like her or have no interest. Because her evolve version, which is technically the more flexible one, it's not that great once you compare to like Kushinada's command strike shot, Noma strike shot, because you don't really need no gravity barrier / no damage wall in one monster to make use of one monster. Let's just say that. Not a lot of dungeons have both, like a lot of no gravity barrier and a lot of gravity barrier and damage walls. So you basically just stack one instead of have one that does both. Like, it's really good for a starter because you have one monster that can deal with two really big gimmicks, but in terms of overall effectiveness in when you're comparing it to like no gravity barrier only monsters and no damage wall only monsters, she's in the middle of the pack. I wouldn't say she's the best in those. Like, I would take like yeah, you don't really have a reason to pull for her. But you can have double speed ups for that dungeon if you really want to solo. Which makes it a lot faster and easier. Although the comp that you have right now, Napo, Cleo, and Snow White, is just fine. But yeah, Evolve's okay for like Murasame, but like I said, I wouldn't recommend it because there are better monsters out there. Because even in JP right now, Beethoven and Odo is low in terms of standings. Like, they're good for beginners, but once you hit later, later in content. And when you're just having if you have a good box filled with a lot of monsters, even like farmables, they get put on the bench a lot of times. That is close. But Urio, you can as a last shot. You won't be able or to move on, because the beauty of Urio's strike shot is you can hit anywhere. You don't have to hit the weak spot, because the bulk of the damage is the knockup. So if you know that you're gonna down the next shot, and on like the second bar or something, you can just use it to move on. But that's the only beauty of Urio's strike shot. You can use it as a last hit, or because it does deal a lot of damage, even at like base. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. And I missed completely. Wow, that's good for me. But like I said, like I've said it before a lot of times, it's only worth if you pull for her. If you actually pull her, not pull for her. Like, yes, but for full damage, yes, but you have Cleos, which is not bad in terms of recovery. Yes, my shot was the best. Nobody can copy that. Let's use Kush next shot. Hey, it killed the mech girl, which is all I wanted. And I missed my gauge. Like, what is this? No, it didn't even attach to anybody. That's sad. Anyways, sad panda. But either way, you don't really need Uya. Like, you don't need any monster, in my opinion. Like, you don't need Lucifer if you have a good enough box. Like, it's good if you get her, but like that's all RNG, which is really meh. Kill? No. But either way, you don't need strike shots to. You don't need strike shots to actually beat Yomi. Nice. Like, most likely you won't be using Snow White's strike shot either way. I am so bad right now. Oh my god. That is not good. Okay, nobody gets hit. That's good. Oh my god, that was so bad. Homing's next. So I kind of gotta finish it on this turn, because I don't think I can survive. Good. Oh my god, that was so bad of me. 1, 2. And only 2 again. Why you must do this. And rank up. Rank 150. Not bad. My NA counts at like 170-ish. And are you gonna give me Hakua for this long connection? No, you're not. That's so troll. And gotta sell. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 28 right now. And I still got like 20 minutes left. I'm just gonna sell these. I don't really need them. But at the end, I'll probably just do a 10 shot of the water hatcher. I do kind of want a second Nolity or like a Napoleon. Napoleon's there. What else is there? Guan Yu's there, if I remember correctly. Let's see who's actually on the board. Oda X is up there. I can try for Oda X. Me, I just roll random actually. I don't really, when I feel lucky, basically, or when there's an occasion. Ralph, Little Lady, Napoleon, who else is there? I do want Kurama. And I missed my strike shot again. That is so sad. Okay, restart. But Sirius, Napoleon, Uesugi Kenshin, Tequila, Margaret Guan Yu, Udine, Ralph, Little Lady, and Oda X should be in there as well. But the thing about JP Hatchers is that there's no featured monster. There is only like monsters that are actually in. Well, like featured monsters as in, there's no specific monster that gets crazy rates up. It's just a bunch of monsters that gets their rate up. But yeah, I really roll for random. Like, when it was my 200th day on JP, I rolled a Cinderella because I had because I just got 10 orbs from like 10 orbs from the thing, from the mission orbs. Margaret's not good anymore. Yeah, Marg is dead in JP. Yes, Seigi. Have you gotten any? I've gotten none. Like, none. The thing about Margaret in JP is that there's better monsters for what she does better. What she does best, and that's Izanami. Like, the pool of Izanami beatable, like, Izanami monsters just, like, basically raped her. Because that's the only reason why she was good. It's just because of Izanami. Now that Nanami's there, who else is there? Like, even Oda X is there just to make it better. Like, just to be a better monster. And there's even farmables like Eva 13, Taira Kiyomori. Like, she's not, like, she still works in Izanami, it's just that they're better picks. That's why she gotten worse. and outside of outside of Izanami, she's just mediocre. That and one way lasers, just bad in general in JP right now. Like even Hunter King doesn't receive much love even for being like a better bump combo. And Loki's just not relevant anymore. Like Loki was never relevant. Let's just say that. Roma's kind of dead. Napo's still okay. Yeah, I don't use Roma anymore. Like you can use it in this stage, but you just make it harder for yourself. Let's just say that. Like you can make Roma work in any wood dungeon. It's just that it makes it harder. Like you can use it on Marishten, which is the wood impossible dungeon, but you make it harder for yourself if you use it. Because right now it's more about utility. Oh, if a monster can deal with more gimmicks, it's better. That's why not many Slayers are good now. Like, Uesugi Kenshi never really became relevant. Who else is there? Saigo's, like, was in the middle of the pack either way. Chio never got any light. Belphegor just got a little bit better just because there's a more wood. There's more water extreme dungeons that have warps in them. But overall context, overall she didn't get like crazy better. It's just that Belphegor actually got some limelight finally after her introduction to JP. I'm so scared. I'm like my phone's lagging. That's why you have Gilgamesh for the last stage in Kush. Like Gilgamesh makes last stage of Kushinada very easy. And I'm gonna use this because energy circle is gonna kill me. Hopefully that's enough. No. Whew. Yeah, that's why I don't really see much point of rerolling in general. Because you can get farmables that are just as good. Like when I first started out NA, I started out with an Eclipse, and that was before the Ascension was here. And my next 5-star was Valkyrie. Like basically, I have like a late game comp, late game box, where it needs like Ascensions or like buffs to be good. But yeah, on my NA account, my first Izanami was with farmables, QBs, and Yorks. That's all I really needed. And time to dance for Kushinada. I'll go sideways. Actually, I'll go this way. Zeus was good. Just that we knew, well, I knew, or I try to tell people that Zeus does fall off. Like, fall off a lot. Am I gonna die here? That's not a good. That is so saddening. I'm gonna continue. Watch, I'm gonna get like 3 drops because of it. I call it. I'm just gonna get 3 drops. Three shot and Hakua extra stage. I call it. Okay, 0 drops. And no Hakua. Man, I have 0 Hakua. Okay, this is probably my last orb. So 2 runs in 11 minutes. Well, 2 runs. Well, 1 run in less than 10 minutes, and then go for the last one and for overtime. But rip. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Whew. I'm just looking at random stuff, and it's like there's a guy that just like beats impossible dungeons with Behemoth. It's really funny. That being said, the rest of his monsters were like carries, so he's basically playing with like a turtle, a very strong turtle. Like his Izanami clear was 2 Margarets and a Napoleon and a Behemoth, which is basically like you shouldn't be losing either way just by having those 3 monsters. Kushina was a Gilgamesh and 2 Izanami, so you shouldn't be losing. Yamato Takeru was Merlin, Genghis Kong, and Hunter King. Basically, that's more of a skill matchup. That's really good on him because he can pinch. Izanagi was 2 Lucifers and a Yomi. Tsukuyomi, like Murasame, Uriel, and Napoleon. Ashura was 2 Uesugi Kenshins and a Sasano. Basically, and Maishten was Cinderella, Kushinada, and Roma. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Give me a heart. No heart. Okay, time for Alexander's strike shot. Nice. Good. Although my strike shots are not stalled up for the next bar. But I do want to move quickly for the last run. Not the bounces I want. I'll clear. Pinch. And Kushi strike shot for this bar. In terms of co-oping, I'm the only one that I play. I usually solo on JP. And I don't really have a good close group of people. My current main is at 56. That's not including like today's drops, of course. So by the next section I'll be able to finish. Basically solo life. But yeah, I don't really have a close knit of friends to play with. Because it's really hard to let's say, it's really hard to find people that, of course, on the same skill level you are, and of course playing the same time zones and the same amount of hours into the game with you. So that's why I don't really like co-op that much, or try to find co-op. Oh, for those, I just leech. There are some good apps for you to leech. Actually, I can show you after the last run. And last one, please don't give me Hakua now. I'm not really in the mood. Okay, now give me Hakua on this run. Kushinada. But yeah, like, if you don't have a close group of friends, it's kind of hard to co-op. I did have one in NA, but they all left. They left me. Like, they didn't leave me for other groups. They just left Monster Strike. Well, Monster Strike NA. There are some that switched to JP, but like, yeah. And this is my last run. But basically, last run, and what you call it? I'll be rolling Hatcher, and then I'll show you the co-op app that I usually use. But it is in Japanese, so it might be hard for you guys to understand. But I'll try to introduce it. And after the stream, I'll post the links. I'll post the app links. But something to look forward to is hopefully I win Dark Muramasa ticket in a video. I won't be like actually streaming. I have to actually focus, or else I'll die. I haven't beaten that dungeon yet. Co-op dungeons usually are not solo. Once they're co-op, they're always co-op. That being said, there are like what you call striker dungeons, where one dungeon where there's 4 groups of players, and you're split into 4 groups, and then every day you get each group get a different event dungeon. So you kind of have to co-op, or else to get one for one specific material. So let's say if your friend has one quest that only he has, but you need it for some ascension material, then he has to share you. Like, he has to co-op with you for you to actually get into his team, like get into his quest. And same thing vice versa. If you have a dungeon that's only for you on your account, that your friend needs, then you have to host for your friend for him to get the drops and get into the dungeon. That changes every day. But those are for like one day only, like every day. But yeah, it's really early. I'm sorry for like streaming early. It's just because the dungeon times are like this, and I can't really stream on any other times. Well, it really depends on when this guy comes up because I want to farm him. I don't just want to farm just to farm or just to have a stream up. Come on, finisher. No. That's not good. I'll be fine with the energy circle. But I'll take the heart just in case. I think one gets hit. Oh, one gets hit. Kushi strike shot. Yeah. Living on the east side of the world, not east coast of America. But it really depends. They do stagger their times in terms of new dungeons. Unlike NA where like it's always on at nighttime. Like JP, there's some that are like in the morning, some are at night, some are in the afternoon, like stuff like that. So it's really good. If you're talking about Christmas Zeus, it's more of fan service more than like anything. They just did it for fan service. Because Zeus was one of the OP monsters, one of the first OP monsters in the game. And he looks like an old man and he kind of looks like a Santa, so it's more fan service than like anything. And energy circle is gonna rape my ass if I don't do something about it. I moved one. That's good enough. I'm going to do a trick shot. And trick shot worked. What a nice way to end this, I guess. As long as I get the drops. Or Hakua. Hakua. So basically no Hakua showed up in these 3 hours. 1, 2, 3. Good. Good way to end it. And probably no Hakua. And no Hakua. So let's see the results first. So amount of orbs I used was 9 in 3 hours, which is not that bad. I don't know how many runs I did, but here's the results. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus 8 more, that's 33. Almost made it to 90. I'm at 89. which is kind of sad. I don't know why it lags when I'm at my box, where it's fine where I'm like everywhere else. Yep, I'm at 89. That's not good. Well, if I didn't lose the first 3 runs and any of the other runs that I did, and got a little bit lucky on the drops, I would have finished it, but it's fine. 30's fine, especially when you're soloing. 89. But to recap on why it's good, so he is a Fiend Slayer. Not Fiend Slayer, a Demon Slayer M. Power type, so he's pretty low on speed though. Strike Shot is an 8-turn cooldown with a null warp. All null strike shots, so not affected by damage walls, warps, mines, or barriers. And he can do that every two of his turns, and hoping 18 for his bump combo. So some uses is of course Butterfly, Ghost, Depth Coil in terms of extreme dungeons, but really mainly for the last tier of normal dungeons, the Jester tier, because the bosses are demons, and there's only like pockets of where the gravity barrier show up. So when you're at that bar, you can just use a strike shot to just to bypass them and deal damage and stuff like that. So really a nice monster, and having a Demon Slayer is not that bad. One of those like up and coming classes in terms of extreme. But yeah, hatcher time. So I'm gonna roll 10. Right now there's only the water one, so let's see the details. Actually, they didn't really show that much, so I can get Napoleon and Wrath in terms of limited monsters. Udini, No Lady, Uesugi Kenshin's good as well. And I can get Oda Nobunaga X here as well, so, and there's no Amakusa Shiro, which is, she is a water monster, but she is a Legend Series exclusive. So gonna roll 10. I'm just gonna roll 10. I'm gonna roll 10 and then leave the rest for another rainy day. Hopefully I get something good. No guaranteed yet, but lately all my 10 shots I have at least one 5-star monster, so hopefully this won't jinx it. But it's already been decided once I tap that button, so it's okay. And no strike shot BGM, so I'm going out on no guaranteed 5-star. So at least I want a Kurama. Oh, probably Kurama. No, what? I don't even have her yet. Okay, I never rolled her. That's something. Guan Yu, thank you very much. Very good for Ashura. Mech Slayer and no damage wall monster. And Crocodile. Dean, or I don't know how to say that name. Another Crocodile and Mint. Yadia, 4-star monster. I just want a Kurama. Can I have a Kurama, please? Okay, all the stop. Okay, so Guan Yu is the only good one. Not bad. No damage wall. Mech Slayer, Blast for the bump, and Harley X style, the evolved Harley X style strike shot. So not bad. My streak of at least a 5-star in every 10 shot is still alive for me. And I'll also show you the actual app that I use. Let's see, here it is. I'll leave links down at the description after the stream's over. But this is basically the app. Shows you shows you different quests that are up so far, and you can press the arrow at the bottom right to just refresh and stuff like that. And then you can always filter. You can filter. So it's going to get really hard when explaining this, but just remember some of them. So top left, starting from the top left, going all the way down to the bottom right. So top left is event dungeon, 4-star savage level ascension materials. Next one is impossible dungeons. Third one is descent monsters, like valuable descent monsters. Next one is max luck for descent dungeons. Next row, turtle quest, bonus stage, daily dungeon, and morning den. Next row is anything's okay. Striker bonus, Murasame vultures, Muramasa vultures. Then the last row is any max luck, and then luck 90 is okay. And then normal dungeon farming or just plus farming. And then last one is temple. So you can just filter kind of like that. So I just tap the normal dungeon farming, so I can just, and then you see a lot of here, just like pluses, all the pluses. There's morning dens, there's normal dungeons and stuff like that. And then there's this on the top left, there's a quest dependent. So these are all the quests that's coming up next. So Medusa's coming up next after, and then there's like Dracula, Murasame, Vendetta, Starlight, Izanami, Tada Kiyomori, and Zero. So I'll just leave a link there. I'll leave a link after the stream, but that's basically it for me. But yeah, I'm happy for Guan Yu. Where's my Guan Yu? Guan Yu, Guan Yu, Guan Yu. There we go. Guan Yu, I'm going to send him and hopefully use them later in the future. But that's it for me. I hope you guys like this, and thanks for everybody that joined. And hopefully next time I'll be doing, next stream will probably be me farming Orga, and then Sunday I'll have some special thing with you guys, like actually co-oping with you guys, make a line group and then co-oping with you guys, the viewers. But that's it about me, and this is my party, my farming party. So Alexander, Kushinada, and Daigokuten. Hosting. Oh yeah, hosting to about that BBS. I usually use it to leech, so I don't really use it to actually post. So top right is where you actually post. Top right, and then the first bar is your requirements. You have to write it out in Japanese or something. So like unkyoku, or like you say max luck only. So like, or something like that. And then next one is your actual URL. Do the full URL. So like when you post it onto like Line or something, you copy and paste the whole URL into the next bar, the next box, which is here. And then next one is the actual section. So like there's all these things that I talked about. So like 4-star impossible, extreme with viable monsters, extreme looking for max luck, turtle, daily stuff, all that enchilada. And then there's the next one with the pretty pictures where it says quest. So if it's for Medusa, then you put Medusa or Dracula or Murasame. That's coming up next. And then press the green button to actually post. But that's it about it. But like I said, thank you guys for joining. Next one's going to be Oruga sometime in the next few days. And then Oruga's in the next few days. And then Sunday I'll have something special for you guys as well. But I hope to see you guys soon. And I hope you guys like this. If you have any suggestions, be sure to comment. And these will be up archived, hopefully, unlike last time with technical difficulties. But I hope you guys like and subscribe. I did hit 500 subscribers, so I'll be putting up a box showing video sometime in the near future for both my accounts. But that's it for me. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.